In our last session, we talked about how technology not only influences existing moral values, but can also generate entirely new moral dilemmas. Today, I want to take that one step further. Let's explore how repetitive engagement with technology doesn't just shape what we do, it shapes who we are. Why? Because technology can turn repeated patterns of behavior into habits. And habits, over time, become deeply ingrained traits of character. Take online chats. In a group conversation, it's pretty normal to tune out or stop replying after a while. Nobody is offended. But what happens if that behavior becomes a habit? Over time, phasing out can seep into your offline life. Suddenly, you find yourself zoning out in face-to-face conversations. But in that context, it's not casual, it's rude. Or think about muting, blocking, or ignoring someone online. On social media, it's easy, even healthy sometimes. But imagine carrying that into the real life, treating people like blocked contacts, shutting them out without explanation. What happens to values such as empathy, tolerance, patience, or cooperation when digital reflexes spill into our daily lives? Social media also shifts how we talk. On platforms like Twitter or in comment sections, people get blunt, harsh, polarized. And after enough repetition, those habits don't stay online. They bleed into our conversation at home, at work, in our communities. And then there is distraction. Online, it's normal to scroll while eating lunch or check Instagram while half listening to a friend. But what happens if divided attention becomes second nature? What happens to deep, focused conversations, to our closest relationships? Consider also Instagram's culture of performance. At first, it's just for the app, curating, showing off, living as if you are always being watched. But eventually, it seeps into real life. You start performing even when no one is watching. And this influence isn't limited to social media. Even simple tools can shape us. As we discussed earlier, something as ordinary as a vacuum cleaner can reinforce sexist assumptions through its very design. But now consider robots. If we repeatedly interact with them by giving orders, always expecting obedience, do we risk normalizing a sense of superiority, treating others as objects rather than subjects? In a way, such patterns could echo and reinforce the cultural logic of slavery. And what about sex robots? Here the concern is even more acute. Isn't there a danger that they might reinforce cultures of exploitation, objectification, and even rape? Here's the biggest point. Technology isn't just about tools or devices. It's about habits. And habits become character. Slowly, silently, they shape the people we are becoming. I am Ehsan Erzrumchilar, a researcher of technology, and I invite you to join me in exploring how technology transforms our sense of what it means to be human.